admit it. You're the same as me. When you were working out, when you were doing things, you thought about football, didn't you? And you couldn't wait to be back up here again.
Here's the former Sooner, Austin Seibert, to get this one started. And off we go from MetLife Stadium. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And let's face it, this young man has generated a lot of excitement in every quarter with the team, the fans, around the league. He's a top 5 pick, so he hasn't earned the job just yet, but you know he's going to get every opportunity to do exactly that. And that starts right here in the first preseason game.
Target is to Dotson, and he's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second down and a yard. First carry of the game for Brian Robinson. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs, and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. Toss play to Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. They'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on 3rd down. To the air goes Daniels. That ball nearly intercepted, but he could not hang on. Oh, pick there certainly would have been nice. Instead, at least, it'll be 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. They'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one goes angling out of bounds, and it will be spotted inside the 30-yard line. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his 2nd one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And after an Achilles injury robbed him of playing most of last season, he's hoping this year can set himself up for a possible fairy tale ending in what has been an inevitable Hall of Fame career. We know it won't be easy, but the Jets have great optimism not only for Aaron Rodgers, but for the team. If he plays the full season, they believe they're truly a playoff team.
First carry for the Iowa State man, Breece Hall. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I can see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Still going. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there. 54 yards. And the Jets will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. As a former DB, you might not like to see them, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it ends with a Jet touchdown. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. The last series for them, a little disappointing, forced to punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive, 1st and 10. And a dump off here to Robinson. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Daniels. A little short pass. This is Everett. So the completion good for 7 there. And now 1 yard to go on 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. Play action, now it's Daniels. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. It looks like they have to give up the football again after this one.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Runs through the contact. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And the Jets will take over. Rodgers now to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. And from the 34, here's 2nd and 4.
At the 34-yard line.
Throwing is Rodgers. And he will find his man on the outside. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. Rodgers going to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out, and giving the ball back to their offense.
This is taken at about the 14. It's a net of 40 there. A punt of 48 and a return of 8. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. They go play action. Daniels. Throw right side complete to Dotson. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. Here's a 2nd and 5. That'll be taken in by Shaheed. So he stopped for no gain. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Washington first down.
Option play, here's Robinson. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Give him credit for trying, but there's no fooling the defense with that call. They were reading run, and they set up to stuff the run, and then executed.
Into space at the 45. And he takes it across the 50 to the 46-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another 1st down.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Daniels looking to throw. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Throwing now is Daniels. And a quick throw here, that's complete. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
It's a 1st down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
To throw is Daniels. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. Here's Daniels. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackled him for a loss.
3rd and 12. Now Daniels. A little short pass. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And now off to the races. Down the right side. Down inside the 10. And he takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it and took off, there was no catching it.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Seibert on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Robinson. And a loose football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. And this throw incomplete. The defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And this pass broken up. And the contact long time there, and now 4th down.
He did a fine job there not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Jets will take over 1st and 10. To throw is Rodgers. Little pitch and catch to the tight end, Knox. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards for the Jets there as they've got themselves a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first throw for the backup Wilson. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 10.
To throw is Wilson. Flushed out, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, and those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on fourth.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a fourth down?
On fourth down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain, or do they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
Offside, defense.
So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. So that'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Irving, and he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. 2nd and 7. Winston now from the 50. And the Jets pressure 2 notches. Down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards. A 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. Looks like a 9-yard loss, and it also brings up 4th. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return, and they will take over 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Now a first carry here for their running back. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Play action. Now Wilson. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, my initial thought was that maybe he was just trying to blindly throw this one away, and maybe he was. But he's going to get away with it because as he tried to throw it over the left sideline there's a receiver right there in the area, so no grounding call.
And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing is Wilson. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. It's a pickup of 6.
But nowhere to throw it, decided to scramble, and a nice job, CD. Got the yardage that he needed.
Yeah, and his teammates are certainly going to appreciate that effort, even if his coaches don't, because they would have wanted him to slide and protect himself. But he chose team gain over personal protection.
And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 36 yards on the play.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10.
Now Wilson.
Outright, he's got Rucker.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Offense.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he's only going to get a yard from the 20 to the 19.
Early down stuff's to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And Walker has it. And they'll work this down to the 15 for a pickup of 4. The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. From the shotgun, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. The scramble good for a nice gain of 10 yards, but still 4th down. Austin Seibert sets up for the field goal try. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field.
And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the 2nd quarter, but you're down.
You don't want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Winston.
That ball caught by his rookie wideout.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. From the gun, Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts,
as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Now Winston. And that is incomplete.
Well, we've seen him catch a few passes out of the backfield in the first half, unable to connect on that one.
Certainly seems like getting him the ball out of the passing game, though, is part of their game plan.
It certainly is, because he catches it well, creates a mismatch. You're going to cover him with a linebacker, a corner, a safety. They feel like he can win every battle.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 32-yard line. 18 yards, a big pickup there on 3rd down.
And a nice job by the 2 of them to not only connect on the pitch and the catch, but to carry over their practice work to the game field. They saw the adjustment by the defense, made an adjustment themselves, and picked up the first down.
Jameis to throw it. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown. A great play there. 32 yards.
And the Commanders get a bit closer.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7. That time a 6-play drive. And the result, a touchdown for Washington.
So after the touchdown, here's Dicker out to kick this one off.
Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
Here's Wilson. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now Wilson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Wilson.
Connection made to Ruckert.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. To throw again is Wilson.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Wilson. He finds his man, complete. That's Walker.
And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line.
Wilson. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Jets. A great effort there as the first half is winding down.
And the Jets will extend their lead here just before halftime. And this drive, Charles, very well timed as they score with very little time remaining in this first half.
And I'm reminded that they get the second half kickoff as well, so they can break this one wide open before the other guys have a chance to possess the football.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, we'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the defense obviously expecting run as well as they're going to shut that one down at the line of scrimmage. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Throw out wide is incomplete.
Sometimes it's just not your day. There's another failure right there on 3rd down.
Final play of the half here, Winston. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And the Jets are going to get the football here in great field position. Seibert able to knock this one through. And that will do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime in our first preseason matchup of the year. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. Back to you guys in just a minute as we've started the countdown to opening night. Remember, the preseason has shrunk from 4 games down to 3. So just 2 more weeks of preseason action follow this, and then we get it all started on the first Thursday after Labor Day. In our game, most of the starters have made their cameo and departed, but plenty of youngsters out there with a lot to gain or lose as we get you right back out to Brandon Gaudin.
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. As this offense takes the field to begin the opening drive of the second half, Charles, remember in that first half, good through the air and really all around an outstanding offensive performance.
Absolutely. They reached the end zone several times. The passing game working awfully well, and most importantly, partner,
yeah, they went to the tunnel with a lead. They come back out with that lead.
Absolutely. NFL coaches, we know they're perfectionists in a lot of ways, but they had to like what they saw in that first half.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll only get a yard to bring up 3rd and 1.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to...
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Down to the 10, and he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Boy, a big play right there. I mean, a touchdown on this drive could have really put some separation on the scoreboard. Instead, it's the defense who scores. And, partner, we got a game again.
And we do have one because of what you just described. A defense that understood what was going on in this game and did something about it. They knew their offense needed some help. They just provided it. They're back in this one.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that cuts this lead down to 13. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick 6. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And New York set to take the field. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it.
Oh, right on the heels of the pick 6, another ball intercepted. And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. So that potentially a turning point here this third quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense, delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And the lead will shrink to 6. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense for the Jets ready to take over.
They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would. And in your experience, how many times have we run into coaches where they've talked about, hey, we just want to put it in the hands of our defense and have them win the game? In this case,
not the case.
Not at all. You want to put it in the hands of your offense, but you always feel better about sitting defense because you think defense is a constant and offense kind of comes and goes. Today, this game, no, they need their offense to stay on a really hot level.
They've been hot so far.
Now this airmail to the sideline. It's incomplete. And there don't appear to be any flags forthcoming. Maybe a little fortunate there. It's third down. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. Here's Jackson. 45 yards, that's what the punt goes for. 5 on the return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. Washington ready to try again on offense. Charles, still a one-possession game. Remember, it could have been 2 after they opted to go for it on 4th down in their own territory. Didn't get it, but their defense holds strong, and so this is a huge possession coming up here.
You're certainly right about that, partner. And a lot of people look at them going for it on 4th down as a failure when they didn't get it. But there's also their way of saying, hey, we have confidence in our defense because they went out and held them. Got the ball right back for them. So, nice stand for them. Momentum can swing back to their side if they have a good drive here.
That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now as he's got a 1st down. Here's Winston. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down.
Boy, every time I see speed like that off the edge, Charles, I just don't know how these offensive linemen do it. I would think that they would get called for holding every play, and maybe they should have been called for holding on that one.
Yeah, maybe not just holding, but sometimes you end up setting back in the offensive backfield a little bit farther to try and help you with the edge. That's a penalty as well. Sometimes you overset, they'll come inside of you. That's what speed does. It disrupts an offense. And right now, you've got to pay attention to this edge rusher on every single down.
Only 3 yards on the pickup. They'll be left steering at a 3rd and 14.
They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing.
Winston now. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Tressway now as he's on for the 5th time here today. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Wilson leading the Jets up now for a 1st and 10.
At their own 18. Throwing to start the drive. Wilson.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there. And it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
From the gun, it's Wilson.
And intercepted. Wilson's 3rd of the game. It's Tariq Castro Fields who picked it.
And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. Following the interception, Winston. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. To throw is Winston. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Winston. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. This one from 46 yards out. And this one is right down the middle.
So kind of disappointing there. I mean, yes, they get the 3, but with starting field position like that, 3's not what you're banking on.
No, and you just have to wonder if you can afford to let chances like that continue to pass you by. You've got to find ways to get the ball into the end zone and put 6s on the scoreboard.
And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another go-around now for the Jets offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's Wilson to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw up a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Good contain. No gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down.
You know, in boxing, they throw in the towel. In this case, you just kind of wave the white flag, and you think to yourself, if he could just get past that initial wave, he's got a chance to get free. But that screen, it was going nowhere from the start. It forces a 4th down.
A 47-yard punt, maybe a couple on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Now we get another look at Washington on offense.
They've clawed their way back into this game. First half, they were down pretty big. Now, all of a sudden, we've got a ball game. How have they done it?
First thing is what you just talked about, clawing their way back in. That means they've decided to go ahead and fight this thing out, which is great. The second part is they looked at where the problems were in the first half, figured out how to shore them up, and have now gone to that part of the playbook that is actually working for them. A few adjustments, a few changes, and really good execution.
Now we'll see if that trend can continue. And the pressure gets there, and Winston goes down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, Winston under pressure again, and down he goes again. Calling a loss of 4 there on the sack, and speaking of the number 4, it brings up 4th down now.
Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. The Jets offensive unit ready to get going here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Now it's Wilson. And his throw is incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he's got his man on the out route. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 17 more yards. They had 17 on the previous snap as well.
From Commander's territory now, it's 1st and 10.
At the 36. Now a handoff looking right. And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and
To throw is Wilson. Over the middle, it's complete.
And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 22-yard line.
We have played 3 quarters. You're watching preseason football on EA Sports. Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. Now it's Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Walker. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 18-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Wilson repeated the last play, finding Walker. And the Jets are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle made at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Throwing again here, Wilson. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. They'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal.
Pick up the 2. Brings up 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Throwing is Wilson. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. Now Wilson. Touchdown! Jeremy Ruckert. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Jets will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's certainly an important touchdown there. It makes this a 2-score game.
But as we've seen, no lead is safe in this one with the way these two offenses have lit up the scoreboard. I would imagine that on their sidelines, they're both yelling at their defenses, hey, you want to get involved here? One big play from you, that could win the game for us.
Extra point by Seibert, up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. So that one a long 11-play drive. And all of that was capped off by a Jeremy Ruckert touchdown catch. Following the touchdown, here's Seibert now to kick it off. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And you figure after giving up that last touchdown, they trail by 2 scores here in the 4th quarter. This drive becomes very critical. To throw, Winston. He's got Turner. And some space here. A huge play there for Washington. 42 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10. Down at the 31. Up the middle they go. Irving. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and he gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that will bring up 3rd and 1. Throwing, Winston. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration, the focus necessary, and dropped it before he could haul it in.
And his kick is indeed good, and this is back down to a 7-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he takes this near the 25, just a little pass there, called it the 26. The Jets offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And it's been a struggle for him all afternoon. This defense has really done a nice job of making him earn everything he gets, and it's prevented him from getting into any kind of rhythm here today. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
This pass complete to Rucker. And he is going to have a Jets first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Wilson. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Play action. It's Wilson. A quick throw there is incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've hit on half of them. 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Back to throw. Wilson out right. He's got Rucker. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a strong run there as he'll maneuver his way down inside the 15. Clock running under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. He's taken down at the 7 after a gain of 7. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Here's Wilson. This is caught. Touchdown, Jets. Jeremy Rucker ready for the regular season with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jets have opened up a 2-touchdown lead here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Seibert up and good. And the lead now up to 14. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jameis to throw it. He was waving his arms, wanted the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of the story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real thrilled with that.
Well, it's cold-blooded. Cold-blooded. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now Winston. And his throw here is incomplete. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Again, it's Winston. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 31-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now Winston. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Here's Winston. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 2 timeouts still remaining, but scoring quickly, a must. It's 1st and 10. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Winston to throw. Buying. And out of pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football. That deficit stays right where it is. And the Jets have got it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. And here's a handoff out of the gun. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Seibert's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too.
Out there set ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end the ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
We'll see if they go back to base.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.